day, everyone. It's me, Chanel here, and today I have my thrifted home tour. And this will be thrift store finds that I have made over and some that are still in their form when I purchased them. There will be a playlist down below in the description area of the thrift store finds and makeovers. As with all my spaces, I like to find things and place them in my home that are both joyful, beautiful, and definitely functional. Filling this wide and tall empty space between the cabinets / towers, I place this enormous mirror, key here, reflective but able to be camouflaged, the images with this large floral. The ornate flourishes wrapped in the gold caught my eye when I was out shopping at an antique store. Filled with fun and whimsy, yet it was elegant, classic, and classy. At least that's what I thought. And for me, with each space, I find a unique challenge a day brings. So thrifting brings me to a happy place, finding bargains that aren't just pretty, but again, they are functional. Like this piece I found a couple of years ago, standing tall and wrapped in this rich dark wood color. I thought natural wood, as soon as I saw it, would suit her very well, perfectly pulling out every detail with the sanding streaming across every part of this beautiful cabinet. I found all of the beauty underneath. It was old, yet classic and classy, and I found it to be very beautiful and timeless. Particular day, I actually wasn't out looking for anything. I was just browsing around, but I came across this beautiful table. Wasn't as lovely when I saw it, but I saw what it could be. So brought it home, cleaned it right up, stripped it completely down, did a wash finish, that's a part paint and a lot of water right over the natural wood, and brought out a lot of the beautiful color in this table. It has a bit of a farmhouse style, but again, I love the natural wood look of it, and so I'm going to enjoy it for a while. One day with me and my girlfriend a couple of years ago, and we found these pretty puffy boxwoods. Again, they are pre-loved, but an item such as this, the two twin urns, are still in the store at 4 times the cost of what I paid for it here at the thrift store. Pre-loved. Again, don't sleep on the thrift. Found this lamp, and again, a very trendy item that is going on today. But what drew me to this particular lamp was, of course, the color and the texture and the size. And I brought it home, cleaned it right up, and placed it on top of the console table. That brings me to the actual console table. Now, this was a build by the man, but what brought it on was these 2 legs, or rather they were actually the poles that went on a bed that I had purchased several years ago and had sitting around in the garage waiting for an opportunity to be added to something just as this that I had in my head. My plans, gave it to the man, my carpenter, and he built the top and the bottom, and then I painted it, as well as the legs, which were actually in a orangey tone wood stain, and I stripped them down, and here they sit. It's a great instance where form meets function. You can never miss with a beautiful basket, as I have stated in several of my videos. I found this one very, very large in size, and again, functional, because you can use this to house blankets and shoes, and even using it in your laundry room. I have used it to house these blankets and placed it right under the console table. These two lovely wingback chairs, very classic, timeless, and classy in their design. You can never miss with a chair like this. All you have to do is take it to your upholsterer, or if you can upholster, you can try it yourself. I didn't want to give this one a go because they were very, very nice chairs, as you can see. And as my upholsterer said, how do you find these beautiful items like this? He is an excellent upholsterer. As you can see here, he recovered these things and made them look like they just came off the showroom floor. I have been in many upholstery shops that build furniture and remake furniture, and these particular form that these chairs have still go for $3,000 a chair. Change out the fabric and you can bring it to a current trendy look. Classic and classy. And with some of these thrifted items, or pre-loved as I call them as well, I don't always just find them at the thrift store. Sometimes it's at a consignment store. For me, it's all the same. It's pre-loved. Here I found this beautiful low profile French chair, and I wanted something a little bit different. I wanted to play with the texture of the fabric that was going on it, give it a little juxtaposition of a little modern mixed with classic and timeless look of the low profile, again, French chair. And that's what I did with this knitted fabric. Applied it all to the chair and gave it this beautiful yet graceful, elegant look. And when I was out at the flea market, found this trunk, and this is way several years old, probably at least 15 years old, at least in my home. It is a lot older than that, but a trunk you can never miss with. You can use it for seating, you can use it as a coffee table, you can use it at the end of a sofa. There's just so many places that you can place it, again, at the end of a bed. And I just love the actual overall look, and again, as you can see, lots of texture to it with the wood. I like the fact that it had all of the rubbed off areas where it had been stained, and I just left it as is, and it continues to age sitting here in my home. Again, you all, don't sleep on the thrift. Just because it's pre-loved, or you think it's just all items that are pre-loved, don't always believe that. This was a piece that came from actually Uttermost. It was still brand new. This particular thrift store would have items that would come from, I guess you would call, major or high-end design pieces. And again, it was an Uttermost piece. It still had the tag on it. The glass was still inside of the box. And of course, it was gold. So Chanel, you know, she likes me gold. And I brought it right home and placed it upstairs in my hallway. And this was another savvy piece I picked up. Again, you all, stop sleeping on the thrift. Just because it's pre-loved does not mean that it is not worth your money. Why would I go out and pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a lot of these items when I can find them right at the thrift store? Give them a once over, sometimes with some paint. And with this mirror, as you can see, I did not even have to do that. I just brought it home, cleaned it up, and placed it right in the spot where I wanted it. It actually goes in a horizontal way of hanging it, but I changed the clips out and I placed it on the vertical, elongating it so that it can go from the top of the ceiling all the way down to meet the console table. Quick find, this coffee table, and I just brought it home, cleaned it right up, and just gave it a once over, stripping the top and painting the base of it, and it will be going to its new home, which will be inside the RV. I have this set of lamps. I really like the shape, the form of them, and of course they're definitely functional. Sit on either side of your bed. Use them for reading purposes. And again, I like the brass that it is made in. And I just placed a new lamp on top. They were actually a new lampshade. They were actually a bit taller, so I had my carpenter, the man, which does some electrical work as well, and he shortened the actual top of the lamp so that it sits a little bit lower. It came with a huge drum shade, and I didn't want it quite that size because it would have been out of scale in the room, so I placed a different lampshade on top of it. They are again very classic and classy, and I like the crystal ball that sits on top of the base of the lamp. Here again, I'm just showing you a lot of the thrifted finds that I have found over time and placed them in my home. Items that I was wanting in different spaces, and I just didn't want to go out and spend $75, $100, $200 for certain items such as these, the lamps. I wanted a pair of crystal lamps again, and I wanted them wrapped in a little gold, sparkle with the clearness of the crystal, placing a drum shade on top of it, and it gave me just the look that I wanted. Again, don't sleep on the thrift, you guys. May not be for everybody, but it definitely is for me because I have saved so much money over time through the years, creating a very curated look in my home, classic and classy. This has been Chanel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and definitely hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all for the next one.